Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Breathe Carefully, Speak in a Calm, Measured Voice. We are going to be taking a look at Chapter 44 of Kaiju, number 8. All right, this will be the no spoilers review, and I am going to try very hard not to give any spoilers. This was a heart-wrenching chapter. All of these chapters have either had an intense emotional element to them, or they've been adrenaline pumpers. And I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say you get a little bit of both in this chapter. Okay, so there will not be any major spoilers. I'll try to get as few spoilers as I can, but if you want to go check out my book, Humans Are Weird, we took a vote. It is available for pre-order over on Indiegogo right now. Check out the link below the video. And if you pre-order them, they should be out by mid-November. And there is a short story collection, Monty Python meets Star Trek, in this 6x9, 60,000 words paperback book of human absurdity. Check it out on Indiegogo. Anyway, Kaiju number 8, chapter 44. This chapter, I am going to have a really hard time talking about it without spoiling it. The very first page just hits you in the gut with this emotional punch, and all of this world building and character building that's been going on, it all leads to this chapter. And looking back at the past foreshadowing, this author is so good at lacing in foreshadowing way back when the chapters were still in the early 30s. When I had my first conversation with Grim, Saber, and Dan Explains. That was probably the late 20s, actually. We were discussing things and discussing theories, and there were a couple of things that they nailed just right on the head. And when you see it come to fruition in this chapter, you're like, yeah, that was it. And I did not see this story development happening right now. I just didn't see it. I wasn't expecting to get this till much later. And I thought this series with chapters was going to be combat development for Reno and the guys, not this heart-wrenching culmination of all of the I won't even call them clues that they've been dropping. This is just the logical outcome of a very well told story. And of course, we spend the first part of the chapter dealing with what happened last chapter. Kaiju number 9 is doing all of his funkiness, and we learn a little bit more about how Kaiju number 9 reacts. Not much. Mostly it's focusing on how the humans are reacting. But again, no spoilers. This is not a spoiler-free chapter. But there has been confirmation of certain theories. Solid, super confirmation. And it is essentially exactly what we were all expecting. And I won't say what theory it is, but it was just so deeply satisfying. And I love the new character that was introduced. And there was more world building. And oh my goodness, this is not a major spoiler, but we do see a character in a flashback scene when they're younger and smaller. And oh my goodness, it's a shock to see them so different from what we know them as from the previous chapters. But it is so much fun. And it's this weird little bit of high energy amusement where you're just chuckling to yourself, sandwiched in between these extreme heart-rending emotional moments. And there's these moments where you're leading up to the heart-rending moment and you know it's coming. Then you reach the heart-rending moment, but in between just these moments of levity, and it's so well written, it doesn't feel incongruous. This is so logically what would have happened in that situation, that the dread of expectation, the cheerful levity of the moment, and the fourth wall amusement at seeing a character out of the context that we know them in, followed by the conclusion of the dread, and it's in its logical conclusion, it just feels so natural. It just feels so well written. And I am really at a loss of what to say of this chapter that wouldn't give away any spoilers. Just the emotions are strong, and I cheered. I literally jumped out of my chair and danced around the room before I even left the first page, as the final panel of the first page was just perfect. The perfect beginning to a chapter. So I think this is at this point probably my favorite chapter. Not for anything that's like inherently about the chapter by itself, taking it out of context of the rest, but just because it's the culmination of so many theories and so many logical points that we've seen previously in the story, that it is just an example of how to write foreshadowing correctly, an example that I only pray that I can live up to in my own writing someday when I am a much better author than I am now. But I think I'm still a pretty decent author, so if you're interested in a laugh after this intense chapter, go check out Humans Are Weird. I have The Data, a book of human absurdity, available on Amazon and in audiobook, paperback, and electronic book format, available at pretty much all major online retailers. Check out Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, available for pre-order on Indiegogo. It should be out sometime in mid-November. And an exciting new announcement: if you are in McMinnville, Oregon during the Alien Days Festival, largest UFO festival outside of Roswell, New Mexico, you will be able to find a first edition signed copy of Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data at Northwest Food and Gifts on 3rd Street. And you go support your local businesses in McMinnville, Oregon. So check out the links. Humans Are Weird, Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, available on Indiegogo. And peace out, my wonderful viewers.
The book from author Betty Adams, Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, is a humorous look at human behavior through the eyes of aliens. This book is arranged in separate reports or essays, documenting the experiences with humanity through the lens of the aliens who have to interact with them. This anthology of short stories and vignettes from alien points of view highlights some of humanity's quirks we can all relate to. Author Betty Adams captures how strange and interesting humans can really be. This is a fun collection of stories you will really get a kick out of. Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, from author Betty Adams. Order your copy right now on Amazon.
Order page for Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote is alive on Indiegogo. Go check out the link below the video to get your short story collection of human absurdity as seen through the eyes of our little green alien friends. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, book 2 in the Human Absurdity series, available on Indiegogo. Check out the link below.